Hi, you're listening to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. So, topical moment at the moment with an election coming up on May 18. I've been asking get asked a lot of questions of my opinions and thoughts on the subject of politics, and I've had a lot to do with politics, both at local, state and federal, advising politicians, meeting with them as an industry, from a marketing perspective, personal branding, past prime ministers, past premiers, the whole lot. So let me start by saying the following. I don't sway one way or another. To me, it's all about policies, it's all about content, and it's all about beliefs and what people do, more so than what they say. Let's just put that out there. I've voted for Labor in the past, I've voted Independent, I've voted LNP, I've voted Liberal, I've voted for all different people because it's about the people and the party, and the beliefs and the strategy and what's right at the right time. So I just want to put that disclaimer out at front that I'm not advocating one brand or another. To me, it really is about the people and the content, and unfortunately the current state of politics, it's more about who we don't want to see in government versus who we do want to see. So let me make that statement as well. To me, back in the 80s and 90s, Australia was growing amazingly because we had strong opposition. And when you have strong opposition, then you have strong government, just no different to business. If you have strong competition, you have strong business, because you won't excel if there's no strong competition. It's one of the things that made DeBella Coffee so amazing, is that we had so much strong competition it wasn't funny. So DeBella had to be amazing if it was going to be a market leader. To me, politics will be in a great state of politics in this country, at all levels of government, when there is an amazing opposition. The moment you have amazing opposition, you need to have amazing, it just results that you'll have amazing government. So let me make that second disclaimer. But a couple of things I want to raise that I've been asked about. To me, what really, really gets me upset about politics today is the concept of hypocrisy. I hate hypocrisy at the best of times, but in government, it's rife. And I'm going to put a few things out there for you to ponder. We're told that we're a healthy government, we're a healthy country if we're employing people. So we want businesses, and this country is made up of small, medium businesses. That is the majority. That and the government are the biggest employers of people in the entire country. So if you take away government, apart from government at all levels, it's SMEs that employ most people. So let's just remember that when we're having a go at business owners for whatever, is that the business owners are the ones that actually provide employment for people to be able to make money to bring home, to pay for education, for health, for holidays and all the rest of it. So before we're very quick to have a go at business owners at any level, let's just remember that it's the business owners that provide employment. And unless everybody wants to work for the government, that if we don't look after business owners, we're going to be in trouble. And I think this is the clarity that's missing from politics today, but definitely missing from people. So let's get back to hypocrisy number one, which is about payroll tax. And again, some of this applies at local, some of this is state, and some of it's federal. I'm just talking about politics in general and the data behind it. We're told that we need to employ more people. We measure one of the biggest barometers in this country by low unemployment. However, we penalise people when they employ more people. So for those of you that don't know what I mean, payroll tax is a different threshold in every state. However, the more people you employ, the more tax you pay. Yeah, hard to figure, right? And business owners out there that pay payroll tax will know exactly what I'm saying. Those of you that don't, you need to know that an employer, somebody that owns a business, is charged more tax, or is charged a special tax called payroll tax for employing you. So this is above and beyond the normal taxes. So hypocrisy number one, we're told to employ more people because it's great for the economy, yet we're charged a tax. Hypocrisy number two, Fringe Benefits Tax. So we're told to look after our employees, which every great employer wants to look after great employees. We want to give them perks, we want to give them vehicles, we want to take them to lunch, we want to take boxes at sporting events. However, if we do that, as employers, we're charged another tax called Fringe Benefits Tax. So in this country, we're told that we have to look after our workers, that we have to, the rights of the workers, which I agree. I've always looked after my workers. However, every time I've looked after my worker, I've been charged a tax called Fringe Benefits Tax. Again, most people don't know this, but employers are charged a tax to look after their staff. Hypocrisy number three, we're told that we want to be an aspiring country and own property, buy your house, buy an investment property, buy another property. However, the more property you buy, there's a thing called land tax. So the more property you own, the more tax you pay. Again, this is separate to your everyday taxes. You pay a thing called land tax. So you start to see what I'm talking about, the hypocrisy in this country. On one hand, we're saying we want you to aspire, we want to inspire you, yet on the other side, we are penalised and charged a tax for achieving. Fourth is, let's talk about capital gains tax. So capital gains tax, you buy a property, you invest, you work hard, you pay it off, you make a profit, you give a quarter of the profit to the government. More importantly, and something that obviously I've had to pay plenty of, is business. You start a business with your own money, you take all the risk, you have nobody there to help you from government, right? You pay your taxes on any profits you make, you pay your taxes, you pay taxes for your staff and all the other taxes that I've mentioned. However, when I sell my business, whatever profit I make, I give a quarter of that to the government. That's called capital gains tax. Therefore, in effect, when I start a business, or anyone that has started a business or is looking at starting a business, you are in partnership with the government for 1/4 of your business. However, the government doesn't carry any liability, the government doesn't carry any risk, and the government certainly doesn't give you any money to start the business. So we tell everybody in this country, we want you to have a go. We want you to aspire to own your own business. We want you to be a leader. All the rest of it that we're advocated and provocated to. Yet the government comes in at the end and says, thank you, I'm taking a quarter for everything you've done. Now, don't get me wrong. And I'm talking, north of $25 million in tax I've paid in my lifetime so far. And I don't have a problem with that, subject to the following. And as Kerry Packer said, it's what the government does with the money that I have a problem with. Which leads me to the biggest fundamental come May 18. For the first time in history, we have a government that is putting forward a proposition that we will finally spend less than what we make. Now, running this country, running the local government, running the state government, running a household is no different. You have money in and money out. And I leave you with this thought when it comes to May 18, who should be running this country? Because this affects everybody, from those that are on retirees, that are on pensions, disability pensions, those that don't work at all, those that work their butts off, those that pay a lot of tax, little tax. This affects everybody. It is a simple equation. You cannot spend more money than what you make. And if you spend more money than what you make, then you have to put prices up. No difference to a household. If you make $100 and you spend $120, you need to go and make more money. In terms of the government, if they put a budget forward that is not in surplus, then they have to go and charge people more money so that they can make up the deficit. Now, come May 18, you need to decide, if you don't want prices going up across anything, we need to put a government in power that is going to spend less than what they make. Now, this is not a hard concept to think about. And again, I'm not advocating one government or another. What I am advocating is common sense. You cannot be in a position where we spend more than what we make, because at the end of the day, somebody pays, and it's the same people paying every time. Now, what you got to remember is that it's not about who's got more, who's got less, and all the rest of it. What it's got to do with is quality of life. We will not be breeding a great quality of life if we don't get back to simple economics. We need governments to start spending less than what they make, and that's it. The rest, of course, everyone's going to have their own opinion and who it benefits, and whether you're a retiree and whether you're a worker and all the rest of it. There's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be positive and negatives to the whole lot, and you can run with that. However, what you cannot run, that won't work no matter who's in government, is irresponsible management of money. Because you have a look at your own household, have a look at your own financial position. The biggest problems come when you don't have the money you need to do what it is that you need. And it's no different in this country. If we don't get into a position to have the right amount of money to do what we need, we're going to have problems. So some concepts for you to think about. Right, that's my position on the whole politics thing for now. I'm happy to do a follow-up in future flashcasts, but right now it's about choosing responsible management of money for government, because it's no different to how we run a business, how we run a household, or how this country should be run. You've been listening to Philip DeBella. This is FlashCast by PDB, and again, be the best you can be, and remember that people's limitations are often self-imposed.